Pippin,
Yes, sir.
you're following this army of Madrons.
I'd say I'm like in the midst of the last group of them, with the what was it, the Quadrone or whatever, the 5-1
Quadrone.
that came to life at the end.
Quadrone is the 4.
Yeah, but the 5-1
level.
came to life, you said, and came over and talked.
Pentadrones
Pentadrone.
are the 5 level.
Yep. I'm in the group with the Pentadrone.
Okay.
And I'm kind of like in the midst of it, just going along.
Okay.
So, real quick, DM, can you let me know when 8 hours pass by?
It's unlikely to pass by before
The next
we
combat?
get to the next combat for you.
We'll just leave you in the
Okay.
corner. Don't worry about it.
So far, it's been about an hour and a half.
The hour is the short rest we took.
Yeah, the hour is the period of time where Pippin actually stuck around for.
Yee.
Everything else has been the group following Pippin's footsteps
As best
when
they
they
can.
can find them.
You know what?
So,
My character wakes up.
So you
I
just
mean-
took the short rest?
you're still in Heridar's arms, as far as I know.
Okay. Then I shall sleep.
Yeah, you're
I
being
shall
carried
sleep.
around, so you're good. Like I said, we'll just set you in a corner, and if we absolutely need to wake you up, we will wake you up.
She's waited so long to be carried in those powerful orcish arms.
Half orcish.
Pippin's the one that came onto her, but she's kind of attached to Harry.
I never came on to her. I said she was hot. That's not the same thing.
I'm gonna say Pippin for the next
sir.
little bit, anyway. For the next several rooms of description, you are going to notice what the following group notices, but
Sooner.
you are well, obviously sooner, but also as some of these things happen, you are going to be delayed and just like waiting around for like a couple minutes at a time in like several different locations.
So basically, we're
So-
going to be playing catch up.
You are playing
Yes.
catch up.
Let's see here. We left off everyone else
Turn
Just
right.
down the
in a
room.
room with a whole lot of
Prince.
rectangular footprints and one set of hobbit feet.
Maybe.
Footprints. Footprints. There we go.
If you can find them.
They exist. Just sometimes they are harder to follow than others. So there is this room that looks like it could hold battalions worth of people. It is a very, very large room that seems to have been cleared out by something very, very strong. In the similar manner to earlier when the stalactites and stalagmites were ripped out of the ground and thrown against the wall. But this one, they seem to have been cut instead of torn or broken. And the layers of dust on the ground have too many, honestly, too many footprints to count from individual beings.
Like 6?
Definitely more than 6, because you can count to 6.
I don't know if Scully can count past 6, honestly.
He can
Technically,
count to
he's
6.
insanely intelligent. He's like has like 18 intelligence. Technically, he's a genius.
What's your wisdom?
Technically,
He just doesn't know how to read.
yeah, big difference, man.
Okay.
Is my math roughly right in a 56 count? 57 including myself? Because I'm literally just saying 1, and then there's 4 quadrones. And then I'm literally just going 2 more, you know, like each one has 2 underlings after that.
definitely more than that.
Okay.
But that's a good starting count. Because then you got
56
the
drones.
then
Plus.
you got the 2 pentadrones, but,
Which have-
which are above the quadrones that you started at. But there are 2 or 3 quadrones that have 3 tridrones.
Okay. So in the
And
60-ish
then
range.
so on down. It's
Far
it's
more.
more
60
than
plus.
60.
60 plus
It is-
range.
It is more than 60 because there are a vast number of monodrones.
Gotcha.
Basically, it was a lot of fucking drones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of metal being.
And you're like, God, I hope, or maybe really hope Cole or Pippin wasn't in here.
Well, not so much. There was a whole different idea for what I thought this would go like, but this is not very far off from how it would go anyway. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Thank God. Imagine me trying to pick a fight with him.
A 14 plus nothing is definitely not enough to see you. So yeah, you're able to just follow behind the 2 pentadrones as they.
Well, I'm honestly so the pentadrones kind of came in at the end. They activated at the end, and so I'm just in the group. So I'm like kind of in the middle of the last group of like tri, quad, and pentadrones
so
because they hitched along at the end. So I'm somewhere in that
to
group.
describe the whole hierarchy here, the monodrones are in the front.
Yep.
And this is multiplied several times, minus the pentadrone
Right.
for each in front of you, because both pentadrones are behind the last section with
Yep.
you. So it's the monodrones, a number of those, and then the duodrones, a number of those, and then it's
Quadrones.
one tridrone per section of duo and mono drones.
Okay.
And then every like 2 or 3 sections that have a tridrone behind it, there is a pentadrone or
Right.
a
Yep,
quadrone.
Yep, I'm aware of that. And then the two after that. But I'm saying like so when I woke them, they each individually did their own thing and then went. And so then I'd wake the next one and they'd do their own thing. They'd wake each other up and go. And after I woke up the last one, it woke up the 2 last drones.
Roll a
So that's why I was
check to
like,
understand quite like roll a check to see
so can I instead
exactly what was happening with those,
so
or you
before
can continue
that
to believe what you want.
so before that it's more of a how wide is this space that we're going down?
Right now,
Yeah.
it is
Because-
wide enough to fit about 7 or 8 mono or duo drones side by side. Like
Oh, then
marching
no,
rank
then
and file.
then no, it's fine. I'm just gonna stick pretty much at the very end. Then that's fine. I have a better understanding what's going on then. Yeah. Yep.
Just so you're aware.
Yeah.
the
I'm pretty much just with the
quadrones-
2 last at the end. I'm
Yep.
just basically with the 2 quadrons at the end. Then yeah. It was a misunderstanding on my
quadrones
part.
Are cubes
Yep.
for a shape, and then the pentadrones are basically 2 legs holding up what looks like a starfish.
Cool.
And each arm of the starfish has its own eye and mouth.
Gotcha, you fuck. All right. Sounds good.
So that's what you're kind of walking along near.
Yep.
And then the tridrones is a 3-sided pyramid upside down on legs.
One more quick question.
Mhm.
Because they're like animatronics, basically, are they glowing? Do they have light coming off of them?
They do not.
Okay, then my lantern's still just moving every 5 feet.
They also don't have dark vision though. So one of the monodrones every like 3-4 ranks, and like a couple, like 2 of the duodrones are each carrying a bright light of some kind.
Okay, then never mind. My lantern is not there anymore. I put that shit out and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm just following their lights. Right lights in
All right.
the big city.
Now I'm going to go back to everyone else
Fun.
in the room where all of these mono, duo, tri, quad, and pentadrones just left. You guys enter the room and notice that there's a vast number of footprints in here that all look rectangular in shape.
Them demon footprints right there, I tell you
Do
what.
they look fresh?
They do. They look quite fresh.
All right. So guys, we're heading towards drone.
Should we be heading toward Pippin?
Pippin might be following the drones. I don't know.
I mean, at this point, I'm okay with this front. But, if we get in a fight, Alright.
What were you saying? You just kind of paused there after you said if we get into a fight.
It's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
I think we should head out and, like, I don't know, relax for a while. You want to go into the fight and just keep fighting.
No, blame Pippin, because Pippin's the one that fucking takes off and just gets himself fucked.
You're
Well,
the
these
one
times
who
we're not
just,
gonna be
like,
there to save him.
all you do is fight. You want.
I think the drugs.
Remember the time you said isn't on fire? You stabbed him in the heart and he caught on fire?
What?
What?
Yeah. You stabbed a man in the chest and he caught on fire and stuff happened.
I did
Sword.
not do that. Are you referring to when we were attacking Wormwood Acquisitions?
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, that
I
place.
didn't stab him. He threw himself at my sword, literally.
I can't forget the guy who literally tossed a Molotov cocktail at himself.
Or the guy that ended up stabbing the guy that fell out of the window.
Right.
No, the guy that fell out the window we won't forget either.
Yeah. Poor
That
guy.
poor fucker.
Anyways. You guys are talking.
But yeah, alright, Druggy, we need to just keep moving forward and hope that there's a Pippin up. While we're walking this way, do I see any footprints of Pippin yet?
Are you specifically looking for footprints of Pippin, or is it just kind of as you're going, trying to
As
see
we're
if you notice?
as we're walking, trying to notice any.
Okay,
Hoping
roll me a perception check then. And
That is
if I
a-
remember right, you have to beat a 24.
Jesus.
that
Good
means
luck.
I have to get an at 20. So, what we got?
I believe in you.
That is not a nat 20, so
Epic failure.
it's not one,
You
it's just
don't
not
really
nat 20.
see any hobbit footprints. All the ones that would be about that size are rectangular and basically trumped over by larger footprints that came behind them.
We're gonna stay on this. If we find Pippin, we do. If not, we do not engage.
Alright, so as
You implying that
guys-
you're gonna engage 60 plus drones if I'm there?
If you're fighting them,
Okay.
you are crazy enough to potentially fight them.
Yeah, the fact that you're implying that you're willing to get involved is what's crazy.
I mean,
Fighting-
I'd say I personally was going involved. I just said we.
Anyways. Sorry.
Anyways,
Okay. So, allow me to set the scene. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 remaining people that are walking together, as well as one skeleton. Some of these people require light, some others do not. As you venture further and further into this deep and dark cavern, you note that the walls and the tunnels along this path are much wider. Wide enough to, you notice, accommodate at least 7 or 8 sets of footprints wide at some points, and only 6 at other points. But even so, it's very large to accommodate that compared to what you've seen. God damn it, I have to sneeze again. And as you continue further down into the depths along your way, you note you pass through several rooms, each of which have multiple bodies, hulking corpses of what look to be fire giants, and a few scattered bodies of hellhounds. Each of them, maybe 2, maybe 3 bodies of the larger. And in every single one, there are mounds.
Question. Quick question.
Mounds of dust.
Quick question, DM.
Yes.
Am I seeing these being like fighting the
You don't
drones?
see them yet, but you have heard them fighting. Yes.
Okay. Well, because I'm with the quadrones at the end, so I would see them before the rest
Yeah.
of them, and so
Yeah.
that's why I was like, yeah. So hearing the fighting
Which
is
why I
enough,
said earlier, you would see what they see.
right?
But like,
And so that's why I was like, am I like under the impression that they're fighting?
oh
So.
yes, absolutely.
All right.
That's why you stop every few minutes for like 1-2 minutes at a time.
Yep.
Is to let them duke it out up at the front. Because you're not on the front lines, you're in the back with the pentadrones.
Why wouldn't I be?
Exactly. The ones who are basically supposed to be commanding how the fight goes and strategizing, things like that. Why would you be at the front?
Exactly. Carry on. I just had to ask that for my own understanding.
So, after about maybe 4 rooms of this, with like 2-3 bodies of
Real
fire
quick.
giants in each.
Is there a distinctive smell of rotting flesh in there?
No, all of these seem to be fresh.
Okay.
And each room that you pass through, there does not seem to be any sign of flowing lava or magma. Pippin, as
Yes, sir.
you're going through these rooms, there seems to be a very, very small pool of magma that seems to be closing up very quickly in each one.
Okay.
And you also note that as with each room further and further into the cave system you go, the louder and louder combat seems to sound. It isn't that close at the moment, but it seems to be that the Modrons are starting to lose more and more of their forces.
Can I move closer to the front end to just like do a stealth attack, like one per thing to try and help lessen the burden? Or are you just gonna say story-wise that it's the same, like just for thematically?
I'm gonna think it's gonna be very hard for you to get past the
quadrons,
the formation in front of you.
Okay, then I'll just
because they are packed shoulder to shoulder to get through this place.
And I won't worry about it. Because I wanted just to try and relieve some of the pressure for him, and then. But if that's the case, continue on.
You do pass through two final rooms where it seems like the formation directly in front of you seems to be the ones actually fighting. You don't actually enter the room before the fighting is ended.
Okay.
But you do know that, based off of sound, that the group that you're following directly in front of you has faced combat already.
Okay.
And I'm going to say about the same time, the five of you are able to catch up to the room before Pippin and the Pentadrones leave it and see the Pentadrones exiting the room.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Would I be hearing the sound of the fighting?
So the last room, you would be able to hear them fighting in the last room very faintly as you're moving through the tunnels.
Unconsciously.
You are still kind of sleeping.
Yeah.
And then my question is, should I be rolling another stealth check?
You can if you want, but
it's not a one. It's more of a like based off of how we've been going. So
it is based off of the proximity to the fighting. The attention has been moved from the area immediately surrounding them to the front lines where the battle is, because the Modrons have been communicating front to back about what is going on and what they should be doing. Tactical advice, basically.
Understood.
But the attention has been shifted towards the front as they've been marching along. So Aeronor, Pippin, Herodar, Skullfist, Eluella, and Roan enter the room as Pippin and the two Pentadrones are about to leave. At the moment, you can't see Pippin.
So we found the fuckton drones.
So they're done fighting?
This room.
This room.
How many dead do we see here?
There are about 6 or 7 Hellhounds and 4
quadrons.
Fire giants.
Oh,
Jesus! Every single Modron, from Monodrone up to Quadron, all disintegrate once they die.
But we don't know how their numbers are fading in all honesty.
So you don't know
you can only
how
go
many
based off of
drones there have been fighting. And you don't know how many they've lost. But there is one creature inside in the rubble and the ruin of the fighting arena that looks like the rest, but it seems to be like burning away of its own accord.
What is it?
Roll it.
All right. Perception?
Sure. Pippin, if you want to roll this too, go ahead.
I'm good, thank you though.
That's a
I?
6.
Go ahead.
13.
Better than me.
So you know that anything not native to this realm being the world you currently live in, so anything divine in nature, anything
Out of this plane.
infernal of nature, anything like that, will start to deconstruct itself upon either death or some other
Can I heal it?
destruction requirements according to its plane of origin.
Can I
So you
heal it?
don't know entirely what this is, but it is too degraded from it burning away for you to be able to attempt to heal it in order to bring it back to this plane of existence. But you know that it's not from here.
Hellhound?
That's a
This
safe
is,
bet.
this is not Hellhound in nature. It is
Oh,
bigger,
Demon?
but the Hellhounds have also stuck around a little bit longer before they start burning away.
So I can't skid their pelt.
No, anything that you start to take off of them starts burning, and not like hazardly burning, but like burning itself away.
Okay.
And sort of, yeah. And
So
then just like disintegrating, but like firing.
are there any weapons around me?
Yeah, there are the fire giant weapons that are in the area. There are a few chains every once in a while. So you
What
get
the-
these. There are definitely rocks. There are these giant, crudely made great swords. And there are chains in this last room specifically.
What is my strength?
You did pretty much load yourself up using
Yep.
for the
Yep.
the blacksmith tools and all that.
I continue.
Much how like I'm not willing to take more than those fire giant steaks for Pepper because I was already pretty much at the limit.
Yeah.
Head of a fire giant will do that for you.
It is heavy, given how big they are.
Yeah.
You know what?
Pippin's still trying to drag that around with him.
Pippin has it tied onto him.
Yeah,
Is there
kind of like a backpack.
Are there still like warm areas in this area? Because I would like to create water, and I would like to properly try to tan this hide real quick and let it sit and dry while we dig a little deeper.
There's a couple warmer spots. Like this entire cave has been definitely warm to the touch, but not like uncomfortably warm. But
Okay,
as you
so-
get deeper, it has gotten a little bit warmer, a little bit drier, and there are hot spots.
Oh god, are we heading to Avernus?
I would like to take the giant swords to kind of lay out the hide and stretch it, and use some of the like rocks and shit to hold it in place
Okay.
while it dries and cures.
I will say that you trying to do this will delay you a while, because it does take a bit to set up a drying rack and all that. Especially if you're trying to drive.
Aloala
over
needs to
giant
rest anyways.
Great swords.
Aloala needs to rest anyways, it's fine.
No, I'd rather continue with the mission.
Okay. So it's gonna remain as a skin, but we'll just continue on with all this. Pippin,
Yes, sir.
you hear chanting from the room ahead. Like, you can tell from your position that the front rank of fighters for the Modrons hasn't made it to the opening yet, but you can just hear the chanting of very deep voices ahead.
Okay, quick question. Are the drones kind of drilling the path, or is there a path that they're just following?
It is a path that they are following. Like, you notice that in times where the cave has gotten thinner,
Okay.
like one rank will break off and move to the back, and then they'll fill in when it's gotten wider.
I'm gonna try and time it to slip in between the drones to when one of them has to break off, and then I'm gonna basically do the equivalent of using my bonus action and my action to dash forward. Ideally, still I want to stay still in stealth. So if you tell me I have to do certain things, go for it. But I'm gonna try and get ahead and like really be taking off to try and get ahead of the drones, and like check out the room before they get there.
Make me an athletics check to get around.
Athletics, he says.
Get around the main formation of these monodrones while they're like shifting. Because this is more to do
7.
with a sudden burst of speed and like strength to like push through.
Okay. Yep,
A
7.
7.
It was a 1, but I got to re-roll it.
Again.
Yep.
That's
Gotta
gonna get
love
you halfway
halflings.
through.
It's a good
halfway
thing
up
for
to the front,
Cole that he's
but
playing a
that's not gonna
halfling.
get you far enough to get ahead of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you make a Dex Acrobatics check to be able to move either through the crowd or like find spots on the wall where you can just like climb up them and go around on the wall.
Okay, 11.
You get to the room about the same time as the front rank.
Okay, and then I'm gonna try and get out of their way. And like off to the side, but assuming I'm still in stealth, I'm just kind of checking out to see what I see in there.
Yeah. Alright, please roll me another stealth check.
Stealth?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to roll for the room that you just entered. I wouldn't worry about it. They seem to be very focused on their chanting.
Okay. Do you still want to know?
Yes.
25.
Okay. I mean, the Modrons aren't gonna notice you either, so. As you enter, you see a very large, very long cavern open up, and there are pillars along this section, but like every 10-20 feet there's a fire giant. There are about 12 of them packed into this room. They are all kneeling, facing one direction, forward, away from you.
Okay.
And they are chanting a prayer in unison.
Can I? What are they chanting at?
They are chanting towards something that is a little bit blocked by one of the pillars and one of the giants, but you can see the general form of what looks to be a dragon. From this distance, you can't tell what color it's supposed to be.
Fuck, there's actually dragon.
I hate the fact that you brought up dragon earlier.
Maradne Sunda Grad Uvlafa Sikarand Unfitagin.
As a dragonborn, do I know what they're saying?
You're not
You
there.
haven't gotten to this point yet, so you don't quite hear this chanting. But Pippa,
Since I speak Draconic, when I get there, can I understand what they're saying?
as you are viewing this, the first
Oh, so
rank
stupid.
of Madrons enter the room, and you look as the first rank breaks off into two groups of 4, and each set of 4 attacks the closest set of giants. And then the
Okay.
next rank moves forward, and they break off. And
So I want to
into
do
4, and the
I wanna-
same set of giants.
I want to do what I talked about doing with the original fire giant, but I'm like willing to, but I'll let you kind of just decide how things go, and I'll just roll like deception checks if that's all right with you,
So you
like just to make your life
are-
easier.
So, just to double check.
Yep.
And to fully explain things, you are wanting to put in like every combat round, every other combat round.
Yes,
something
every
like that?
combat round, I want to pretend to be a drone, and like I'm willing to roll stealth and deception checks each round you want me to, as often as you want me to like try and help kill these fire giants as the drones go on until it gets to like 4 drones left, or just like a couple drones left. You know, I'm not willing to risk myself, and I will always prioritize my stealth. And the minute I'm seen, I'm just gonna go into stealth and not involve myself.
Okay.
So I'll let you kind of decide how you want me to do that. And I'll honestly let you just designate a damage amount. I'll let you kind of just designate a damage amount for like how to put this, for continuity reasons, just so you can smoothly go through and you can just kind of like take off a certain amount of damage from each one to let them be a little stronger at the end. Because I don't want to. I am not willing to risk my body. is really what the point is.
You have to take that risk, though.
Oh yeah, like that. But I'm implying that my main priority is not to risk my body. It's to try and help them, but I am not trying to risk my body in doing so. And so if I'm prioritizing one in like the general roles for a round, as opposed to like going through each combat round for the drones and stuff like that, and taking for fucking ever to do this, I'm saying implementing the whole concept of the rounds and just generalizing rolls. If that's what he chooses to do, he can lower the damage roll, because that's my intention.
Gotcha.
And, yeah. So it's not a matter, like, for instance, again, if I roll a fucking twos, a bunch of 2s, and get like a 12 for 13 for my stealth, then it is what it is. Or nat 1s. If I get a bunch of nat 1s for stealth, it is what it is. I can't change that. And so so but I'm trying to help to reduce the damage done to the drones, but I'm trying to prevent damage done to myself, so you can lower it, assuming you generalize damage for smooth process. You can
So
do it in that form. And a half damage per die.
So how I'm gonna do this is each combat roll I'm gonna have you roll 1 time.
Okay. Are you gonna have me roll stealth, or
I am not going to have you roll stealth or an attack or anything like that. I'm going to have you roll with a +4 to whatever you roll.
Okay, just
I'm not going to have you roll anything
+4.
specific on the skills.
No advantages
It's
or
just a
anything, just a straight
D20.
D20 +4.
+4. And that
Okay.
is going to be how well your set of Modrons do that round.
Okay.
And that includes you.
Sounds good.
And I am going to roll for how well the other Modrons do on the other side. And I
Not
want
good.
you to know that every other round, so every 12 seconds in game,
Okay.
there's going to be a fresh 4 Modrons joining your
Okay.
and a fresh 4 Modrons joining the other fight. And I will specifically tell you
When to
when
do the
the
+4.
Modrons run out
Okay.
and the Duodrons start.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
That makes sense to me, fundamentally.
Okay. Then I am
So
going
just
to need
just
you...
just to be clear here, to make sure I understand what you're saying, that when the Modrons run out, it puts me at greater risk, so I can choose to not be involved. Is kind of what I'm
No.
understanding.
What I'm saying is every 12 seconds...
Mm-hmm. More Modrons come
every
in.
2 rounds,
Oh, I get it. Yep, I get it now. Yep.
every 2 rounds, Modrons will be joining your group to fight the Fire Giants.
Right.
If you defeat this one, you move on to the next. There are
Sounds
12
good.
of them,
Yep. Yep.
6 both sides.
Yep. Again, totally get it.
When you run out of Modrons, you move on to
To duo,
Duodrons.
and when duos run out, you move on to trio, and that's
There
so
is
all the way
only
to
one. I will remind you. There is only one Tridrone, one Quadrone.
Yep.
And 2 Pentadrones left.
Yep.
Okay. As
So-
long as you understand that,
Yes, understood.
I am going to need
D20
a
plus
roll
4.
from you.
Okay. 14 plus 4. So 18.
An 18. Your drones, your set of drones, do some good damage, but they do take one of their monodrones in return.
Yeah.
You look over to the other side and you notice that half of their numbers are wiped out in a single blast.
Oh shit. Okay.
Aranor, Eliawala, Herodar, Scully. I am going to need one of you to roll me a d12 right now.
Who wishes to do it?
I can.
All right.
Paradar's doing it.
All right.
10.
10. It is going to take you guys 10 combat rounds to make it to this chamber.
It's moments like this I wish Scully had rolled.
Oh.
I am going to count this first round as one of them.
All right.
So you have 9 more.
So it's gonna
I
take him a
wish-
full minute.
I wish to use my infuse magic and do a level 3 Tasha's Brew on the Minotaur's weapon. Actually, no, on his shield.
Knowing full well you have a minute before you can get down there.
One of your artificer infusions. What are your artificer infusions?
So, There's infuse item. I can have 2 non-magical objects, imbuing each of them with one of your artificer infusions, turning it into a magic item. You can turn yourself. You're in. The. You can pick 4 artificer infusions to learn, choosing from the artificer infusion.
So there's a list of artificer infusions that I think you're gonna have to take a look at.
Yes.
I don't think one of them includes
imbuing a spell. No, I've actually studied those quite a bit because I'm looking at those for my next level.
Okay, so artificer infusions, you get 4 at level 2. There's armor of magical strength, there's enhanced arcane focus, enhanced defense, enhanced weapon, homunculus servant, mind sharpener, repeating shot, replicate magic item, and returning weapon. I'm gonna need you to figure out 4 of those.
Okay.
They're all level 2. I'm going to come back to you. And then you're going to have to tell me those 4 and which one you're casting on the Minotaur's weapon, like you said. Or you can cancel what you're casting at all.
Okay.
But I'm going to need you to tell me which 4 you're choosing.
I'm putting it on my character right now.
Okay. So, Pippin,
Yes, sir.
I am going to need you to roll
Again?
that d20 and add 4. This is one of the rounds that you do not get reinforcements.
Modified 14.
Modified 14. You do lose 2 of the Modrones that were there already. However, that means that you currently have 5 and 4 more are joining the fight.
Yes, sir.
But that also means that the remaining that 2 more from the opposite group have been lost.
Okay.
So
Real
they have
quick.
4 left, 4 joining the fight.
Okay.
Yes.
What kind of weapon does he have?
Roan,
A shield.
currently, he is using a mace. He also has a shield that is a spiked shield with 6 spikes in it. He is also heavily armored, if that makes a difference. JD, you okay?
I'm looking for what I want.
Okay. Alright. I am going to give you another round to possibly figure it out. If
Yes,
that's alright.
go ahead.
I would like to ask Rowan a question on our way there.
Okay.
So what does he know? What does Rowan know about the drones that we are following now, apparently?
I know that they were created by an ancient civilization, but I do not know whom.
Do we know if their means are malicious?
I have never known a malicious Modron.
Do you
I
think
cast
They would help.
All right.
Aranor. Roan explains the basics of Modrons, being that they are absolute law and have a hive-like monarchy, or a hierarchy. It is basically the entire group of them, which could include more than you see, could not, adheres to a absolute hierarchy, and their existence is basically a clockwork of order. So each section has its own precise what it can and cannot achieve. Eluella, what was it you would like to discuss?
I would like to cast Smoldering Plate. Sorry. Specifically, I would like to cast... What's it called? Hold on, let me get to it. It is called Smoldering Plate. Smoldering Armor Plate. Replicate magic item. Using this infusion, you replicate a particular magic item. You can learn this infusion multiple times. Each time you do so, choose a magic item. But it's Smoldering Armor Plate.
That's not a replicable item at level 2.
I was gonna say, I don't see that in...
For level 2, all you can replicate is an alchemy jug, bag of holding, cap of water breathing, goggles of night, rope of climbing.
Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
I currently don't have access to that, so I have no idea. Sorry.
It was one of the things that I was able to do, but it says, wisps of harmless, odorless smoke rise from this armor while it's worn.
Is that all it says?
Yes.
So, whatever armor it is, it just has
No.
Smoke.
smoke coming off of it, and there's no other effect?
Yes, but I'd choose for it to be black smoke.
Okay. So, the flint armor that Roan is wearing, including its shield because it counts as armor,
Yep.
starts to emit this black, dense, thick smoke as you are all charging towards the end of this cavern. Correct?
Instant concealment.
So, Roan, I'm going to say, is about the middle of the group. So, Gully and Roan and Aranor, you are all considered concealed within this smoke.
Cool.
Nice.
So in 7 rounds, when you emerge from the end of this tunnel, your next attack is considered to have advantage because you are unseen.
Sounds cool to me.
Moving on from there, Pippin, what is your roll?
Oh, my bad. I'll roll quick. 11 modified.
Okay. You lose another 2 Modrons. which leaves you with 6 in your current state, but the giant for sure is feeling the effects of having multiple hits on it per round, and it is starting to seemingly slow down in its metabolism in like what it is able to do and how fast it is able to act. It seems to be close to the brink of death. But you look across and you see the other group lose another 2 Modrons.
Okay.
And it is also down to 6.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do something this round in the group of 5?
I'm good.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything.
Well, if there's
Okay, I
any, okay.
Fuck you.
If there's nothing you can do, I guess it can't be helped. Well,
that's not a good one. Take your time. I know what my next roll was.
My watch, for some reason, went off. Okay, your next roll, you said?
Yep. 7 modified.
Unfortunately, 3 out of the 4 reinforcements that you brought in have been decimated. But
the giant.
But the giant is on the brink of what it is able to do with this mortal life it is given. The other giant, on the other hand, is set upon by the 6, and it is. You can tell at a glance that whatever it's at, it is very close to death, but it is still alive as it takes out another 3 drones.
Okay. I'll roll the next one now.
Alright. Please.
8.
8. 2 out of the remaining, which leaves 1 as reinforcements start charging in.
Okay.
And 2 more, the last 2 on the other side also die as they bring down their giants.
Are both giants down?
4. This giant that you are seemingly facing down is barely clinging to life. You could end this now if you so chose, but you will be breaking your stealth.
I know that's against everything, so.
Okay. I just wanted to check.
Yep, no, you're good.
But it is barely alive, but the next 4 reinforcements are coming in now.
Okay.
The opposite giant falls, and 1 singular Modron moves up to the next praying giant as 4 more scurry up to try and reinforce it.
Okay.
Anything from the group?
Nope. We're just still walking up.
Okay.
I'm just waiting to murder.
Roll again.
This counts as number 4, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
does this fall under the Nat 1 thing?
Which Nat 1 thing?
My halfling Nat 1 thing?
You know what? For the hell of it, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You roll in that one.
Yep, I sure did. It's a modified 10. that means I can't do another one for the rest of this whole combat. In fact, that was probably not a great spot to use it, but it would not have been good for me.
I mean, if you want to take it back for this.
No, I'm keeping it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying, in hindsight, it's probably not the most efficient use of it. It's still a modified 10.
Okay.
'Cause I'm rolling low right now, apparently.
That,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that your roll means 2 more Modrons fall.
Yes.
And disintegrate with the wind. Not
And
that
the giant
there is
falls.
any down here. The giant most definitely falls to the Modrons remaining before the reinforcements arrive. And that completely tears down the remaining Modrons as well as one of the reinforcements. And there are only 3 remaining in the current group.
Okay.
On the opposite side, 2 more fall as they approach.
Is that including the
And-
reinforcement one?
Attack. Yes, including
Okay.
1 reinforcement one for the far side.
Okay. So they're down to 3.
So they are also down to 3.
Understood.
And there is nothing else that
The group is still.
the approaching
4?
party would like to do.
I think the group is
This
still
is
4
number
turns
4.
away.
No.
No,
make
this
war
is
cries
number
yet?
6. That was number 6.
Number 6.
Let's call it 5.
You want to make it?
Okay.
Okay, fine. Sure.
I definitely didn't remember it being anything more than 4.
Well, the previous
Yeah.
one had been 4, so
Okay.
the previous
So
time you had
this would
talked
be
about it had
5.
been 4.
There
So,
would be 5 more.
That one was 5, so the next one
yeah.
was 6.
So this is 5. Or, yeah. So, rolling. Modified 14.
Cole
You
just said
lose
it's dead.
1 in this attack. But
Cole
you
just
seem
said
to
this
be
side in
doing some
D10.
decent damage to this giant. On the other side, you also notice one of the Modrons being clubbed by one of the great swords across the chamber in your direction, but it disintegrates before it hits them.
We're getting reinforcements.
And round number 6,
Okay.
with the group approaching. Ethan? No.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. None of yours fall. They are able to sidestep the attacks from the fire giant as they seem to deal a massive amount of damage to it as the reinforcements approach. While not seeming to inflict nearly as much damage, the group on the other side also doesn't lose any on their conquest
Okay.
as well.
I have a suppressor on it.
And that is round 7. You also have 4 reinforcements, so you currently have 7. The opposite side also has 7. And I
Okay.
will need you to roll again, Cole.
Do you want to wait to check to see if they want to do anything before?
Anything, you are 3 turns away from entering the room.
Okay. Modified 23.
23. You do not lose any this round either, as you fell the giants and move on to the next, dealing a smaller amount of damage to it. As does the other side. So that is 4 giants out of 12 dead.
7 plus 3, or plus 4. 11. 11.
Okay, so we're moving on to round 8.
I'm assuming nobody wants to do anything because they haven't, so.
Nope.
Until somebody says they want to do something, I'll just keep rolling.
I want to keep screaming at the top of my lungs.
So that was, what did you say?
11. Modified.
11, thank you. You do lose one of the older Modrons, the ones that had joined you before the others, as another 4 come to join you. And on the other side, they take a hefty toll of 3 Modrons total.
So they're down to 4.
And another hefty shot to one of the approaching Modrons. Anything on the approaching? Anyone?
Bueller.
I just want to scream incoherently.
9.
12.
Which means that the end of this next round, 5 of you will enter the room.
12.
Wow, I didn't smell.
12. You lose 2, one of them having taken significant damage, the other one taking a good portion of damage, and they both fall, leaving you with 6 left on yours, but they do encapsulate a final blow on the current giant and move on to the next.
Yeah.
And on the opposite side, they barely manage to fell the giant, losing 2 more of their own before they're able to move on to the next.
So that's 6 of the giants?
That is 6 giants down. The rest of them continuing the chant. Terra signora scrappe nava.
I would like to see
I
if
hear
I
it.
know what they're saying.
Can I hear what they're saying?
You are able to hear them.
I mean, they did just enter the room.
Would it be history?
Well, it depends on the language, for starters.
This?
I think I speak.
What languages do you guys speak?
Give me 1 second.
Draconic.
I know that
Common,
Celestial, Common,
Draconic,
and
Druidic,
Elvish.
Dwarvish, Primordial, and Sylvan.
not
Okay.
giant. I know that for damn sure.
Okay.
I speak Common and Draconic.
So
I thought I spoke.
you both speak Draconic, right?
I thought I spoke
Yes,
like Eldritch or
yes.
something.
You're both able to understand little snippets of what's being said, because portions of it are in Draconic, other portions are not, and you don't quite know what language they're being spoken in. And since you haven't entered the room yet, you haven't seen like the whole setup of the giants.
That 10?
Excuse me?
Wasn't that 10? Or is this next one 10?
That was 9.
Okay.
And you don't quite understand what's being said using the Draconic, because it's using base words such as that is, this is why, and simpler words that are like 2-3 letters translated in the common tongue. But like the longer, more drawn out words seem to be something else entirely.
Okay.
Pippin,
Yep. 10?
please.
9.
You lose another 2 on this attack from the fire giants as it chants Rula Shanvula. As it strikes these 2 that will fall, of course, they both burst into flame and start melting before they disintegrate into dust. But, of course, this being the turn that you get reinforcements, there
Doesn't
are
matter.
2 facing you down with 4 coming forward. On the other side, you see things are not so good as the remaining forces are decimated before the reinforcements can get there.
Yeah.
And at the end of this turn, the remaining 5 are able to enter.
Medito.
And both sides, the giants that are being harassed are seemingly close to that with 4 more remaining. The remaining 4 seem to be focused on their chance. Whatever they are saying seems to be making this pool of magma rise and melt the rock in front of whatever this dragon is and expand a pool of magma, and tendrils seem to be rising out of it and being consumed by the dragon.
How big is this dragon?
This dragon seems to be large. Like, it is big. The wings on this are fully functional. The tail is strong and able to decimate entire bodies of men. But this is not as large as a dragon can be.
Cool.
Not Tiamat.
Also, Pippin,
I would like.
Is there?
Pippin, these are your last reinforcements of the monodrones.
Okay. So
I
roll
would
my
like
die.
to do something kind of stupid.
Oh boy.
Let's hear it.
I want
Don't
to try
use
to make
fireball.
my way to the dragon to try to speak to the dragon.
I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I'm leaning on bad though.
I want to try to get it on our side.
I am going to need an athletics check to make your way through the duodrones into the chamber.
9.
You get through 1, maybe 2 lines of duodrones, but you do not get anywhere near the front of the formation, as the final monodrones are making their way towards the current giants that are being fought and held at bay.
I would like to try to go in the areas where the giants are already dead to avoid a fight.
You are currently being held, not physically held, but like locked for moving forward from the cave with 2, maybe 3 ranks of duodrones ahead of you.
Okay.
And now you want me to roll?
Anything else the rest of the group would like to do?
I'm perfectly content being in the smoke. If I were to shoot a longbow, would it give off who we are, or where we are?
Yes, but no. It's a complicated answer. First of all, you're in the smoke, kind of behind the pentadrums, which are basically the rear echelon of the Mondrons, which is the name for all of the monodrums, duodrums, all the way up to pentadrums. But you are also within the passageway, not out into the actual cavern itself.
How far is the nearest of the giants?
It's pretty far. It's about 90-ish feet away.
You act like that's a far distance for me.
I act like that is far for the normal person using the bow.
A longbow is a base range of 150.
And the heavy crossbow has a base range of 100.
Yeah.
I know. I'm saying it's within your basic range.
Right. I am going to ready an arrow, but I'm not going to do anything yet. In my longbow.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I was ready to fight.
Alright.
Do I need a roll for
Yeah.
initiative?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're not to that quite yet. We're just kind of waiting. I'm right now waiting for the drones to do their thing.
Yeah. You guys are currently like 4 ranks of drones back, except for Aluella, who is 3 ranks back, away from being in the open cavern. So you're able to see and in certain cases engage the nearest fire giants.
Yeah.
But not close enough where you are free to just sprint out there and attack
We're kind of
freely.
stuck.
Whereas I've actively been attempting to kind of help.
Yeah.
So. Am I?
Perfect.
Where are you putting me? Actually, out of curiosity.
Do you want to be on the right or the left?
No, I meant like left.
Okay. You're basically just like on the side of it, while the monodrones currently are taking up the first and side rank of.
That's kind of where I was in my head, but I wanted to make sure. And then the roll was 19 modified.
19. You are able, or your monodrones specifically, are able to finish off the current fire giant and move on to the next, inflicting some damage to it as you are able to hit it with a very critical hit.
They're nice.
However, on the far side, their forces are decimated, leaving them down at 2 remaining monodrones.
Okay.
So there are now 5 instead of 6.
Understood.
What color is the dragon?
The dragon, from what you can tell from this distance, it's very hard to say. It's from what you can see, it seems to
Not
be a
blue.
shade of gray, which isn't actually a color that a dragon should be.
Silver.
There's silver, but this is not
Steel.
shiny or metallic.
It's not metallic.
Oh. If it's chromatic, Okay, I can't think of it. There's some of the weird from like the Asian ones. That doesn't really help though.
This is D&D.
And undead
I know
dragons.
there's a lot of stupid dragons they add in. Like There's the freaking like shadow dragon things, and then Eastern dragons. There's a lot of stupid ones that should exist.
Right. Anybody doing anything then?
Nope, I'm not going to try and get past all these drones.
Okay. Want me to roll
Seeing
again?
how well it worked for Eluella.
True enough.
Alright. Roll that thing again. Open.
9.
And just to be double checking here, you have been adding the +4 every time.
Every time.
Every time. Good.
Every time. I have not rolled great.
9.
That's why I keep going modified.
2 more of your monograms. But another 4 seem to be surging forward.
I thought you said the last ones were my last reinforcements.
Duograms this time.
Oh, duo. Okay.
Because the formations were a blend
Yep.
of monodrones and duograms.
Oh, duo. Try out
And
that.
this set of reinforcements was the first of the duograms.
Understood.
On the other side, however, things seem to be going a bit better with them losing 2, but slaying their fire giants and doing a good portion of damage
2 giants left.
to the next.
2 giants
4.
left. No. We were at 4. And then we killed ours. And now they just killed theirs. Sure it was 4. And that would have been 3.
Killed us. Yeah.
No,
Three.
we were
You're
just
right.
at 3. And so now it's 2.
You said 4 before they killed that one.
Except we just killed ours.
Well, before Cole killed his on his side, I mean.
Yeah. We can say that we just didn't see the other 2 if there's 6 and now 5, but
Okay, how about this? How many do you remember me saying?
4. And then my group killed ours.
And then this group kills theirs.
But their group was 1 behind.
Yes. Hence why it's now
Meaning
2.
There would be 5. They killed theirs. They're at. You're now.
You
at
said
3.
4 left.
I said 5.
Yep. No, you said 4 before Cole's side killed theirs.
And then we went up 1. To make it 1 to 2. But again, we'll just say 5. No, it's fine. Kyle's the DM. He actually controls the whole fucking thing.
I could have sworn I said 5 at last round. So
You may have misspoken, meant 5. So we'll just go with 5. 'Cause it's fine. It doesn't matter.
So, how about this?
Go on. So now it's 4.
From the atriums, the extensions off of the main section of the chamber where the dragon lays, being touched and absorbing these tentacles and tendrils of magma. The extensions off the side, 2 more fire giants rise from their knees and end their chanting, moving towards the charge of the Modrons in an attempt to keep their master from harm. We are down to 4.
Okay.
Boop,
That works perfect.
boop. Aranor, Eluella, Paradar, Skullfist, and Rowan.
Skeleton.
The rank before you charges before it should. You are able to
Jesus.
enter the chamber early. So now, instead of the number you were at before, There are now 8 Monodrons. There is 1 Monodron and 7 Duodrons
On my side.
on your side. And there are 6 Duodrons on the other side.
I asked Roan to help me get to the dragon. I want to try something before we attack you.
Pray tell, what is your plan? Should we fail?
Here's what my plan is. I need you to stay back while you still have the black smoke coming off of you. I don't expect you to expose yourself. But what I need is to be able to get over there, because I wish to attempt to enter a pact with you.
I am compelled to say that Certus requires blood. Yours or theirs.
You may kill all of the fire giant. That
will kill all within my path.
He wants the dragon.
see, but
If
that
you
dragon
want-
is an ally that could be potential. That could
It is
be a
not
potential
ally yet.
But if we have them on our side, they will not be in your path. And it would still solve your quest. And you would still succeed.
We shall see.
He picks you up by your collar and attempts to throw you in the direction of the dragon. Unfortunately, you only go about 10 feet before being able to land your feet on the ground before running.
I start running.
Okay. Your speed is 30. You are not able to reach the dragon this turn.
That's fine.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to do this turn?
Nope. Except for evade. Like, if somebody's trying to get me, I'm not trying to get hit. But I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Right now, I'm trying to beeline to that dragon.
Okay. Anyone else?
Nope, I'm sitting here ready, staying with the rest of the group, because I'm
Okay.
going to take advantage of this little bit of stealth that I didn't have to be in.
Okay. So, just so everyone is aware, it's about 30 feet to the first set of giants. It's 40 feet to the next set. And it's 65 feet to get within, like, striking distance of the dragon itself. So, if you are wanting to hit the dragon, it's going to take some doing.
I have no intent on hitting the dragon yet. I'm going to see
And,
if Elvuella can pull off her stunt, or if she will die
and
trying.
the two fire giants that have come off of the wings, so to speak, the atriums off the side, are moving to close the center gap, blocking the passage to the dragon itself. But even though these last 4 dragons have stopped their chanting, it seems like the spell or otherworldly magic or whatever it is that the chanting is doing continues on. Norachting Kolat Elokron. If not, no one else has anything to do for this round. But you roll.
Roll.
Yes.
14.
14. You do lose your remaining monodron, and one of your duodrones takes such a hefty amount of damage you think it might be out of the fight.
Okay.
But the fire giant that you are facing does also take an equally hefty amount of damage from your reinforcements.
Understood.
Actions.
Are you gonna fucking help me?
Your actions have consequences!
I'm actually with Scully on this one. Your actions have consequences.
Scully's over here having a fucking drug fit. And
I'm trying to help.
And Aranor's just like, yeah, well, what he said, your actions have consequences. As the dude on drugs is just like fucking girl in the corner.
I'm trying to help everybody, but except for apparently the Minotaur. Even though I think it's helpful to him too.
Okay. Well, while all of this is happening,
I am going to
is
swap to the
going
crossbow.
to pull his shield from his back, as where it was while he was traveling, onto his arm, level it sideways, and just charge straight towards the nearest fire giant, which is the one on the right.
Ah, fuck. There goes our cover. Well, with him we go.
He charges, leaving this thick, billowing smoke in his wake as he takes out fully 2 of the duodrones on that side and plunging his spiked shield into the fire giant. And as the fire giant howls in pain and sinks to one knee, he seems to mutter something into its ear before pulling his shield out and slamming it into its face before
I'm
the
glad
fire
that guy's on
giant
our side.
falls onto the ground dead.
Well, guys, we gotta kill these other giants quick.
There are 3 giants and 1 dragon.
Well,
If
want my
anyone
next
wants
roll?
to roll me a perception check, you can.
I do. Fuck this
I
shit. I don't
definitely
want
do.
I will too.
8.
11 plus 4 is 15.
15.
16.
Who got the nat 20?
Me. KOD.
Okay, so from least to
8
highest,
here.
from least to highest, Pippin and Aranor, you notice that whatever it is that's causing all of it, the dragon seems to be smiling. You're not sure what it is. It could be the tendrils of the magma bringing out of this well.
You weren't claiming it prior to me getting it.
Hang on now. I had a plan for this before you said you wanted to have a dragon as a pet. I'm not
Go
that
on.
stupid.
Go on.
You're not sure what it is about the whole situation, but regardless of all the giants losing their lives, the dragon seems to be smiling.
I mean, dragons don't like giants, so.
Eluella, you understand that whatever it is that this chanting is, it seems to be what is causing the magma to leap from the pool and enter into this red dragon's body.
Red dragon?
From where you're at, you are able to understand that it is a red dragon. And that wherever these tendrils of magma touch, the scales start to change color back to red from the gray and the black that they are in the rest of the body.
It's recovered.
Herodon,
Yeah.
you can see and understand that while these tendrils are bringing this dragon back from whatever it is becoming to be a red dragon, wherever these tendrils are touching, there is something deep and dark and some would say vile that is dragging or attempting to drag this dragon into some unknown and change its physical and spiritual essence into something else.
There's something Pippin would do. He had got
If only he'd known.
Does Herodar say that out loud?
No.
What does Herodar do with the information?
It's changing.
Changing.
What do
Someone's,
you mean it's changing?
well, someone's forcing it to. It's turning from. It's going back to red.
What? What do you mean?
You're not.
I literally put my hand over my eyes and I'm like, what is he talking about? I don't see it changing
Sure.
color here.
I'll throw
Oh,
it
fuck it.
red.
Fine. You're saying it's changing. Pull up my wand of Detect Magic and cast Detect Magic.
You're not
As-
next to us.
As
I
you
am.
use
Now you are?
his
I have
wand
been
of
the whole
detect
time.
Magic. While Pippin hasn't been next to you, he's been close enough to hear you.
Been in the room.
He's been helping out the
Drones.
drones as they work their way through these giants. As you pull it out and cast Detect Magic, you understand several things at once, based off of what you can see around you. One, the dragon is absorbing some sort of magic.
Oh, that's what you mean by change.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Let's see, if memory serves, my Arcana is -1, so 3.
3.
Everybody else would see this too. It just makes it glow.
For you.
Oh, that's fair. I cast
But
it.
for
I see
you,
the.
casting it with the wand, also understand what sort of magic it is.
Oh, that's right.
So you understand that this dragon is absorbing some sort of magic from the map. And that whatever it is absorbing is being taken from somewhere else.
Ah, fuck. The
You also
dragon's the
understand-
source!
You also understand that the Modrons, the Duodrons, the Tridrons, whatever, are all running off of some sort of magical battery.
Understood.
But that's, you know.
Yeah, that's just... Yeah.
But these giants, the voices that keep on echoing through the chamber,
Yeah?
they seem to be focused on something central, some singular purpose that you don't quite understand.
Okay. I can tell you guys, the dragon's stealing magic from something else, and I can't tell where the voices are coming from, but there's something going on there.
Okay.
That's all I know. As then I go back to shooting at the fire giant.
Amorange sunzi parandi barshan terranesta mura.
By the way, my next roll is a 19. The +4 one with the drones.
Your Duodrons do take heavy casualties in the front, but they are able to decimate your current giant. And there are three giants left. But the chanting continues. Even as the opposite giant is struggling to hold on, but takes out.
Didn't he take out that one? Didn't the Minotaur take that one out?
Yes, but sorry, not 3, 2.
I was gonna say, I thought we were at 3 now, so that brings us to 2.
Yes, I know math.
You went to Benson, it's fine.
So you and your Modrons take out your giant as Roan charges and takes out the opposite side giant. And the giant following poses such a threat as to take out 3 of the 4 Duodrons currently opposing it.
Okay.
And the Tridrone enters the fray with Roan.
Alright. I'll roll again.
Anyone?
I still want to get close to speak to the dragon.
I am going, since I swapped to my crossbow, I am going to shoot a crossbow bolt from where I am at the same giant that I can tell that Pippin is fighting.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like a plan to me also.
That is going to be within range of your heavy crossbow.
Yep.
If you want to make me that attack roll.
17.
Not enough. It pings off of one of the shoulder plates of this giant's armor.
Oh, I get 2 shots. For action. Goodbye, die. That die is an F20.
You just rolled a nat
Excuse me?
20?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Okay. Damage, please.
So that's 12 plus another d10.
Woo, house rules.
9. So 21.
21.
I mean, it's either that or we double our dice.
Wait,
So,
what?
House rules is you max damage plus a
damage.
die.
Plus
and-
another die of whatever the damage type is.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas standard would be double dice and
Yeah.
roll it. So it makes crits feel a little better, but also they're lower. The max is is significantly lower.
See, the
Mhm.
max is lower, but you automatically do maximum normal damage.
Right, and it
Because-
feels like a crit. It just feels like a crit.
Because with normal rules, it's double the dice. But
Right.
that still leaves in the chance of rolling lower
Right.
than you would with normal.
I've
So-
seen some of them where people get crits and they roll lower than their previous attack, and it just feels so fucking bad.
Uh-huh.
So this, it's automatic full damage plus another die of whatever you roll. So in this case, it was an extra d10. Or if your weapon doesn't need a d8, it does an extra d8. Or 2d8s. 2d8s, whatever.
Out of curiosity, if I did it with my sneak attack, would we normally want to do one more for the sneak attack and one more for whatever weapon I use?
We have done that for your sneak attack, and it's only been one extra d6. for
That's
the
what I
weapon.
thought we did, so that's why I asked.
But Eluella, with her spells, if she hit a nat 20 with, say, a Ray of Frost, which is a cantrip, at her level, the cantrip's damage doubles.
Yep.
So instead of
Uh-huh.
1d8, it's 2d8. So if she were to crit with her current level with a
16
cantrip
damage
of Ray of
instantly.
Frost, it would be 16 plus 2d8s.
Yep.
So,
Well, the reason I
For
ask is
example.
because the reason I asked about that specifically is because, for instance, if I got my sneak attack with a dagger, which is a D4, so would I do a D4 in addition, or would I do a D6 in addition? D4 makes more sense, but also I'm doing sneak attack, which would be a D6.
So, in this case, as we've done before, knowing you would either be using your dagger plus 1 or your dagger of venom, which both is a d4 plus 6.
Yeah.
So it would be the 10
Plus my sneak
maximum
attack.
Sneak attack. Plus
18.
another d4.
I was just asking, so. Alright, Alex, what did you
After
roll?
what we did before.
Or
Or Aranor?
I rolled a total of 21 when I
Yep. Yep. And now
Gosh.
after rolling the extra.
That mouse over there really looks like it would be named an Alex, right?
And that fire giant is definitely not looking good after the damage it's taken.
Don't worry, it's not going to be looking much better after this.
I'm sure. Anyone else on this turn?
If I could attack, I would love to attack.
Go for it!
The red or
Do I have to
the black?
roll initiative or anything?
No, just swing. Just
I
cast a
have
spell.
a fairly even 50-50 split on who goes when. You are currently part of the going right
Okay.
section.
Well, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to be using Toll of Dead.
Okay. Which one? Right,
What was the one
Left.
Aranor just left
Left.
is?
Pippin
they have
is
to-
on the left one. Roan is on the right one.
down, so.
Aranor just hit the left.
Yeah.
If I can kill him, I can get the kill. I can be like, hey, I killed a second by myself, and no one helped me.
Hey, let's see if
Yeah.
it happens.
So a total of
You're
dead,
not gonna get that from us. So.
and they need to roll a wisdom save of 15.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 19 plus 2.
God damn it! Good job.
So, sorry, but no Toll the Dead today. Or,
Yeah.
I should say.
I understand.
Paradar, anything that you'd like to do? You are close enough you could move to one giant or the other.
I'll go up to one giant swing.
Left or right?
I'm gonna
Left.
say that- yeah.
Are you gonna rage?
I'll just do normal attack for right now.
Okay.
20.
Modified or
That
nat?
hits.
Nat.
It hits hard.
Alright.
Damn it.
Yep.
12.
Maximum damage plus, I believe it's 1d12.
And 10.
Yep. So 22,
27.
26, 28. 28 damage.
Yeah.
Alright. Pippin,
Yes, sir.
your duodrones may not have done a whole lot in that first round, but this giant is looking pissed.
Oh, don't worry. It's about to be dead because my D20 plus 4 was a 19.
Yep, I understand. On the other side, Roan has been using his shield, specifically his spiked shield, to attack his.
A question for you,
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Question for you, quick. When I did the detect magic, did his shield glow?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
You just all you know about his shield is from what you saw. It's
Okay.
this regular square shield
Ah,
with like 6 spikes in it.
sounds good. I just had to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to town on this giant.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Other than that, I'm gonna. You said your roll was a
19. Modified 19.
That is enough to put your current giant on the brink, with one more after it.
Can
moving
I
up.
be willing to let myself come out of stealth to kill it? Or to try and kill it?
Roll your attack?
Alright. Do I use the
You
sneak.
get-
I'm just gonna say I use the sneak attack for the basic one. 2-weapon fighting.
Yeah.
Uh,
The
12.
second one is your two-handed fighting, not sneak attack.
Yep,
'cause-
12 plus 9, so 21.
Yep, that hits.
Which is a 1d4. Plus 6. That went in a bad spot. Right there. 9.
Alright. Do an okay chunk of damage to this one,
It was
as
looking
well as
pissed.
as well as 2 of the duodrones. And he's not happy. It's not unhealthy, but it's not.
This one's a hefty motherfucker.
Now we get to the part where Eluella, you
Yeah.
can get close enough to begin a conversation with this dragon.
I would like to start speaking in Draconic.
Yep.
Hold on, because I want to think about exactly what I want to say.
Okay, I can wait long enough to get Paradar, Aranor, and Scully through their turns.
Okay,
But no
Heal.
Okay.
heal.
Aranor, Paradar, Scully, which one of you would like to go first?
Sure, since we started with it, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Once again, 2 attacks. That's a damage die, not an attack die.
And you're going after the left one, right?
Yep.
Correct? I should say. Okay.
I have a 25 and a... that was a 16.
Okay, and these are ranged attacks, right? With your heavy
Yep.
crossbow? Okay. Please roll me damage for both.
A 16 hits.
Yes. No. Sorry.
I was about to say
16
17 didn't hit last round.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. 16 does not hit.
Yep, it's just 1 hit,
So
which...
it's just the one. Yep.
Yeah, it is a total of 12 damage.
Alright. Alright. And since you're using your heavy crossbow, there isn't any elemental damage like fire.
Nope.
or anything. Okay, good.
Nope.
Just wanted to double check.
Fire giants are immune to fire. That would be stupid.
Correct. Be stupid
I
to
was
use
stupid
your
once.
fire greatsword on one of these guys, right?
Not to mention use a fireball.
You want me to use Fireball next time? I can use Fireball on the dragon if you want.
Anyways, that's even worse.
Oh, I'll show you worse. Never forget, I don't have to do any of this. You were the one who's forcing me to do this.
I'm just poking fun at your decisions last.
Oh, I'm gonna make even better decisions now. Oh, yeah.
Anthony?
You understand the problem.
Anthony?
Yes.
Calm the fuck down.
Oh, you understand now. The power that's in
Is
my
that
palm.
giant dead from the 12, by the way?
Is your what?
Is that fire giant dead?
No, not yet.
Damn. Paradar, whatever you're doing.
I'm a swinging.
I'm gonna attack the
You're
dragon next
swinging.
turn. I'm not gonna attack the dragon next turn. I'm gonna wait
And
till
when
Alan
you're
knows
ready,
it's
I
done.
know what I would like to say.
I'll get to that.
And that's an 18.
18, and how much for damage?
That would be 14.
14. Okay. Scully.
Yes, sir. I would like to do the exact same thing I did last time.
Alright. Which means I need to roll a saving throw. Which I have very bad news for you, is going to be one of the few natural 20s that I rolled tonight.
I'm gonna be frank, I would have preferred if you had said ever, but I'll take tonight, I guess.
Look, there's a more specific or more defined number that I will roll for tonight than the number that I will roll ever. So,
Fair point, well made.
Oh, you're welcome. I had something to say.
I do not wish to fight a creature as amazing and as magnificent as yourself. And instead, I would like to offer you the opportunity to live a life of grand adventures and very, very many magical items and golden coins. The things in which to fill your hoard and enjoy a life of luxury for that of a dragon. I wish for you and I to make a pact.
I think you can see that while I do not rest on my hoard, I am here for something not of gold. And a pact I do not seek.
But a life of strife is all that you will meet from this point on.
You
I
should
wish to
offer
free
to
you
copulate.
from your illness.
Strife is all I have lived. What have you to offer that I cannot claim for myself?
A life of camaraderie, of joy, of true companionship versus mindless followers, and people who see you for your value and see you for your ability to aid in a world in which you have been betrayed.
Betray. Imply.
Yes,
An accomplice. Alone have I been these many years. And yet it is only when being shown that there is a spark, something of different to my former life.
I don't wish to have a pact as master and servant, but as druid and familiar, one of equality, one of fairness, one in which I will protect you with my life, as I could come to expect and to trust that you would protect me as well. I do not wish.
Amelia. Protection.
Protection.
Quality.
Yes,
These words are not, as you said, equal.
only to those who do not keep their word. Only to those who do not keep their word true, but for those who are fair, that rings sound into the depths of their souls.
Look. Behold. Observe. Do I seem whole to your paltry eyes?
You say that they are
Roll a
putrid.
perception check.
Okay. Nine.
So the dragon mentioned something about being whole, but what you see before you is dragon, yes, but like not any real color or species, or whatever you want to call it, of dragon that you've seen before. Or, given that you're a dragonborn, that you know of. What you
For what would make?
what
don't
you see
forget
before
the-
you.
Don't forget that
What else?
Pippin was saying it was draining power from something. So
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So what you see before you is a color of a dragon that you haven't really comprehended from your teachings of your commune before. But you understand that where this magma is slowly rising out of the pit and touching its scales, it's glowing that whatever this is supposed to be, it isn't.
Let me assist you in becoming whole. Let me assist you in becoming the truest version of yourself, the one in which you can be a proud dragon that holds their head high and operates not only on pride, but of the knowledge that they are one of the most powerful, most majestic, most magical beings in the entirety of this world.
Okay, just purely due to how long this conversation is currently taking, I am going to go through another round of combat first.
That's fine.
hey, before you do that, my roll was a modified 20 for the drones this turn.
I'm gonna go through this, understanding what you said, though, like, with the understanding that what you are saying currently is being heard and comprehended through this next round of
Okay.
just because I can't have a full conversation
You're fine.
within acceptable parameters here.
I get you.
Modified 20 on the duodromes and Pippin's sneak attacks. That is going to not quite, but very closely fell the current fire giants. And the one across from you is going to wipe, completely wipe, the current fighters and the reinforcements, with the exception of Roan, who does take a good portion of damage himself. Because he's the only one of y'all that are currently fighting against the fire giants.
I'm trying.
I'm just trying to estimate how much Roan would be taking this. So currently it is. So you have the final 4 duodromes coming to assist you with it. In Paradox. But on the other side, the fire giant has wiped the current and half of the reinforcements of the last duodromes. So there is only Roan and 2 duodromes left. The tridrone is no more, because it went to help Roan and his group.
Makes sense.
So there is 1 quadrone and 2 pentadrones in reserve. And that is all that is left. Does everyone understand?
Yep, so far so good.
Yes.
So from the base action of the general attacks, we move to specifically the rest of the party. So Aranor, Eliwa, you're having a conversation, so I'll come to you later.
Yep.
Herodar, Skullfist, and Rogue. Anything in particular? Or is this just a general attack round?
General attack is all I'm doing. I'm doing my attacks, but
Okay.
I am within distance of Pistol's boat now, right?
Absolutely.
Just at the edge of that 30-foot radius.
Yeah, you've been moving forward, albeit slowly, but moving forward nonetheless, to where you are within those pistols range.
Well, I'm using pistols for now, then.
And those, of course, do.
Same damage
More
as the
damage.
crossbow.
Yep, same damage as the crossbow, but more damage than your longbow would have done.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, being taken into account. Herodar.
Might as well stick a swing at the Mr. Fire Man.
Are you taking a swing at old righty or big leftaroo?
The same
I'm
one
changing my target to the right, by the way.
The same one I've been swinging at.
Okay.
First,
Aranor, understood.
I guess I can rage and start that
Alright.
bang. Or not. There we go. And that's a D. Fuck. Okay. Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution. And then
Alright.
access. And then... Good looking, under that 20. Lovely. And then roll. That was just a 4, so that kind of cute for that roll. That's 22, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yep, 22.
Alright.
By the way, my rolls were 20 and 24. Not.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Damage, please, and then Skullfist, please. Let me know what you're doing after he gives me the damage rolls.
It is 19. Antoine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ray of Frost. I just want to use that on that one. So I need to do a roll. Got 14.
So unfortunately, a 14 won't hit a frost giant, or a fire giant, sorry. With your Ray of Frost. So that brings us to Aluella's.
Hey, Anthony, Hey, Scully, is your skeleton going to do anything?
Yeah, we should probably use this.
Counting Scully's skeleton as part of the
General combat.
the roll by Pippin. For the
Okay.
General combat. Aluella,
Yes.
I for some reason can't remember what you said.
I said that I would help him return to his former glory and make it to where he could hold his head up high as a dragon, and that I could aid him in that, and that it would be an equal partnership. Our pact would be. But that this is not a life befitting of a magical, glorious dragon.
You think that I will lower myself to be equal with anything? Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. $14.
Who give their prayers what makes you think you could ever be my equal?
Because it's not just me in here. It is me and my team. And it is through our bond and through our hardships through battle that I have grown to trust them and see them as my equals in such a way that I believe in not only my teammates, but our capabilities as a whole to succeed and to thrive and to accomplish that which is impossible to do on your own. Even a great dragon, be they powerful, be they magical, be they one of the strongest, can still fall. And what I
persuasion check as I describe this next to
okay.
As you're speaking these words to this seemingly red dragon, you understand first of all that this dragon is small, or at least smaller than most fully grown dragons. But you also understand that whatever it is that is affecting this dragon is not natural. And this is supposed to be a great, vibrant, young adult dragon, and it is most clearly
22.
this dragon is being consumed by some force that you are unable to see yet. And whatever it is that these giants or these giant servants that are yet unseen within the walls or floors, ceilings, whatever, that are continuing this chant that echoes through these halls, seem to be animating the magma before it in order to touch its body and to stave off whatever darkness it is that dares attempt to consume this dragon. But you also understand that this dragon is, at its core, a dragon. And as such, is arrogant, prideful,
I know.
very strong-willed, not of whatever it is that something else has done for it, but what it has done to preserve itself.
Question, DM. So, based off of what you're saying, and this is not something my character would know, but this is asking for a clarification. It's fading from gray to red. From what we've heard from Heridar's Nat 20, and so what you're describing in this stance is that the giants seem to be feeding off of something, off of this red this dragon, and it's going from a grayish to a red. Yes?
Whatever this dragon was before, it has been fed upon or consumed by an energy that has basically dragged it into whatever it is that would consume its energy to bring it more towards shadow and darkness. And the chants and energies and efforts of these giants are attempting to feed it energy that it would normally be surrounded by in the magma that it is being touched by with the tendrils.
Okay.
But a dragon being a dragon,
So, yeah, at the core, it's still a dragon.
why should I accept help from any but my followers?
Because those who are your followers cannot see the larger picture, cannot see a different picture than the picture that is painted before them. We, who have but virgin eyes in this scenario, are able to see a picture in which we may be able to assist you and bring your great dragon pride back to fruition in more than just bitter anger. It can be sensed in your tone and in the darkness that is residing in you. It can be saved. You can still be saved from what is draining you. We can assist. We can be of use. But we do not wish to be a mere mindless follower. We wish to assist you and have you assist us, and have there be a mutual understanding and respect. Now, I do not expect it to be just willingly given, but what I do expect is for the opportunity to show you that through my draconian blood, I can guarantee that none of my party will give you any problems, nor shall they wish harm upon you. And if they do, you have every right to strike them down without any repercussion from myself.
Alright. That, I'm going to say, is going to be the end of that round. Pippin, please roll. And if I remember right, we are down to the 3 left. The one on your side, the 2 on the other.
Sorry, it's an 8. I just realized I was muted.
That is going to cost you another 3 duo drones, and the quad drone is going to join the fight on your side. You are chunking through this fire giant's health, but not seemingly fast enough to, from what you can tell from the tone of the fire dragon, or the red dragon, fast enough for its satisfaction.
What can I do, is there anything I can do that I can tell right off the bat that would increase the pace? For instance, if I gave up on stealth and just went full ham on it, would that be like... Would that make a significant amount of difference?
Let me ask you this instead. What sort of check would you think it would be to understand the fundamental battle experience that is being portrayed by what is happening?
Let me look at the thing. My first thought would be insight.
Alright. If you want to roll insight, go ahead and roll insight, because that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I would say an insight just makes sense. 1 to insight, so it's not like I'm taking shit and saying, "Oh, that advantages me." Fuck that. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, fuck you. 6.
Okay. You think it'd work, right?
Yeah.
There's no way it wouldn't, right?
Me just giving up on stealth?
And just attacking twice? Sure, that would work, right? Get these fire giants all the faster?
Yeah, it would work, but I'm inherently, based off of mental issues earlier in said campaign, based off of DM's numbers and stuff. I'm enough where I'm gonna be like, you know what? I don't trust this. I have no reason to trust this dragon yet. So why should I care if I'm going fast enough for it?
You are also not aware that you are in a race against the dragon's judgment. You have no idea what the dragon or what Aluella are saying to each other.
Exactly. And it was literally just based off of my understanding of the dragon feeling I'm not going fast enough, and so I'm like, for what reason do I have to go faster? So I'm just going to continue at the pace I have been, and if it goes faster, cool. If not, it is what it is. I'm not here to please the dragon, I'm here to kill these fuckers.
That's a good philosophy to go with in your current situation. But as you are thinking that, you look across at the other set of duodromes that are remaining, and you see them absolutely get decimated without reinforcements of any kind, and the rest of them are disintegrating into dust. And the 2 pentadromes that entered the room just a few steps after your compatriots are standing there watching and evaluating. And neither one makes a move to support either side.
Understood.
And the fire giant on the right has only Roan to face down before it moves on to whatever prey it decides next.
By the way, what rage did Herodar get?
When he gets it, he
I
can deal
believe it was-
1d6 force damage.
To whatever hits him, correct?
Yes.
Cool. You rolled a what again, Pepin?
When? The last
Just
one I
now.
remember saying, oh, just now it was 12, modified 12.
Okay. I'm gonna say that hit Aranor for not a whole lot, because it was a sweeping attack and the damage was spread. But you did take 3 damage, but you still dealt that 1d6 plus whatever to the fire giants.
I take 3 damage?
No,
Okay.
Peridot.
Paradar.
There you go.
But
You said
he's-
Aranor for a second. I'm like, I'm
Sorry.
nowhere near this bitch.
Peridar takes that, but the fire giant takes the damage from Peridar's wild surge, magic surge.
Which is, what is it, Chad? A D6 or?
Yeah, D6.
1d6 force damage.
What is it, Chad?
Oh, I have to roll it. Fuck.
Yes.
6
Please.
damage. 3.
3 damage. Alright. The fire giant that you, technically, Aranor, because he's been shooting at it, and Pippin have been facing down, looks weak. But it isn't quite down yet. Pretty close, though. On the other hand,
Does Herodar take 3 damage or that half?
the 3 was halved.
Okay.
Okay, this sucks. Because Roan is gonna hit the fire giant on his side with the mace, but there's no spell that he can cast on his weapon before he hits that will make a difference. Other than a +1.
Even if, say, I was to head over there and try and get into a flanking position?
You could, but you wouldn't get there in time.
Even with my bonus action to dash?
With your bonus action to dash, you would. In which case, you would only do a marginal extra damage.
Okay, I'm willing to do that.
But the fire giant on Roan's side is still healthier than the one before.
Okay, and then I'm going to totally give up on stealth because he's all by himself, and I'm just going to,
It is just these final 2.
yeah. I'm pretty much, I've just committed now, and so I'm going to swing at him with my, gosh, you know what? Let me look at this real quick, because I think I'm gonna just. Let me read the Dagger of Venom real quick. DC 15 con saving, which they have cons. Okay, I have to try it. I'm gonna try with my action to hit it with my Dagger of Venom. I'm assuming that it's been long enough since we took the long rest, and it's been 13-ish hours that I can use the Dagger of Venom again.
Okay.
Because it says the dagger can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
Yep.
Has it?
I'm gonna say
Based
that
off of you.
by this time, that's fair.
Okay. That's why I'm
Is
asking.
that?
Okay.
What is
So-
the DC?
15. But let's first see if I hit. Okay.
Please hit. Please roll the hit.
I'm in a flanking position, so I have advantage.
You are. You have advantage. Yes.
Does a 19 hit?
The 19 hits. However,
It saved versus the DC 15.
it saves.
Okay.
Because the
I-
DC is-
I knew that was a definite possibility, so that just means I get sneak attack damage.
It does.
And a D4.
And you will not use your sneak attack damage versus the last one. Right? The sneak attack is only once per turn.
Correct. But my bonus action was a dash, so I definitely didn't use it. So, so 16 damage. And then I'm gonna try and yell at it and say, "Hey, you big stupid fuck! Come at me! Try someone your own size!"
Seriously, ignoring the fact that
Okay,
you are
just
fucking
because of the try someone your own size, please roll me intimidation.
Okay, I gotta check.
With
Intimidation.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage, he
Oh.
says.
Denial.
Disadvantage because
Haha.
that you
Negative,
are flanking with.
with disadvantage, it's a 6.
Specifically because Rome, who you are playing with, has been trying to goad it away from the Modrons, the Duodrone.
You can cut the lights if you want to.
Yelling in giant.
You just turned it on.
Respectable.
it is
It was a
still
modified
facing
6. It was a modified 6, yeah.
Yep. So it's still facing Rome. And that brings us to
The rest of our
Aluella.
crew.
Or
Sure.
Skullfist if you want to do anything.
I mean,
Sure. We
believe
need to
you
save
might.
Roan.
I had not this time around.
So Aranor and Skullfist.
Which I rolled. I rolled a 20 and a 24. No, 23.
Yep. Alright.
Which is 21 damage.
Okay. Alright. It is staggering and close. It's dead.
I am shooting the right one, just to make sure that you are aware of that.
The right one, that's the one where I am.
You and Roan are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Scully.
I would like to use Toll the
Shot it
Dead on
twice.
Roan. The Roan one. The Roan?
Not Roan.
Fire
Not
Giant.
Roan.
Not
Yeah.
one, but the one Rome
Fire
is
Giant.
facing. Got it.
Yeah.
That is a what saving throw?
15.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the fire giant needs to be a what?
15.
That's 15.
Okay. It fails.
Anthony is sitting there going, finally.
I fail or he fails?
He fails.
He failed.
Alright, so it's gonna be 2d12, right? Since he's already been damaged, it's 2d12.
Yep.
Alright, come on. What do we got? 7 and a 4.
11.
11.
11? This one's gonna be using, probably Magic Missile.
It's still standing. but it is
Aw.
very close to death.
Eridar, your ship.
No, right as in down the walls, we're going to get this match with it. Do it.
Roll your 2 things.
21.
Hits.
Okay, that'll work. That.
What do you mean that way?
$16 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Get a swing again.
That was. Isn't that both your attacks?
Yeah. Oh, I get that.
Okay.
You get 2, remember? Never mind, that wasn't both of his. I thought he only did 12 with his axe. I'm wrong.
He would have had to roll another attack.
Oh, his great axe can do up to 17. Okay.
So I get 2 swings.
Swing again.
You have
Yep.
your barbarian that's
Roll
past
attacks.
level 5.
I got 21. 21 again.
Roll damage.
Okay.
16 again.
At least you're consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Yep. That is
Timber.
32 damage.
as you say that, Pippin. Eridar slowly cleaves through one of the fire giant's legs. And obviously that knee buckles, considering it doesn't have a leg to support it. And it just starts falling. And it is going down, 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 and and you, Aranor, and Roan are facing the last fire giant. As Eluella is attempting to negotiate with the dragon. Eluella, I do
Yeah.
apologize, but a lot has happened since what you last said.
You're
I
absolutely
should have asked you to either reiterate or say something new along the same lines.
essentially what I had said was that instead of having the angry bitterness of the dragon's pride as the only thing that is resembled, I wish to bring him back to his full draconic pride and to his full potential, and that I can guarantee that nobody in my party would ever wish harm upon him, and if it were to happen that he could strike them down without a care for me. And that we would do our best to help him, but that we ask not to be his followers and subordinates, but to be his equals, in that we assist each other and we grow with each other, and we accomplish things that cannot be done alone.
Okay. As you say this, and as the second to last fire giant falls, the chants seem to shudder, and while not ceasing, they seem to falter, and the tendrils of magma that seem to be feeding this maybe red, maybe shadow dragon began to falter, and the tendrils of magma do not rise nearly as fast as they did before. And the dragon replies to your request with pride. Stature. Does it not be a dragon? If not to rule.
But who is a king to rule amongst mindless followers, if not to have people beside them?
Regardless of its form, let not the shameless rule the annoying.
But is it not a wise king who surrounds themselves with people whom are powerful and loyal and willing to be by their side no matter what may come? It is a fool to speak to a king that has nothing but useless followers. Look around you as the followers whom you were stating were so above us have fallen. That does not show me that you have quality in followers, but quantity. And as you can see, quantity can be taken out by quality. It is not a binding ordinance. A king who sits upon an empty throne is no king at all.
Yes, sir. Oh, okay. Even though I came out and straight up just tried to help.
Well,
Yes. However, there are 3 duo drones and 2 pentadrones left in this fight.
13.
And a weak fire giant to face them. Although the pentadrones face their own demise, they have waded into the battle. And though both remain after the vanquishment of the fire giant, no other drones remain. insane.
Scully, you can speak dragon, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, come with me. And I kind of just grab his arm sleeve, and we're heading over to the dragon.
Scully, you do understand what Eluella and this dragon have been saying the whole time, considering you speak Draconic.
I don't know why. I thought I spoke giant or celestial or something. But it's all good.
You do speak Celestial and Deep Speech and Dracon.
Oh.
You have, I will say, right now, right here, you have one chance to say something to this dragon.
This is not going to end well.
I'm basically gonna ask as we walk over for Scully to tell me everything that's happened, that's been said.
Yeah.
You get a very brief synopsis of Eluella trying to convince this dragon over to you and yours side, but this dragon seeming to speak in self-defeatist tongue, or whatever it is that this dragon feels like it is unwinnable, whatever this fight you are fighting against to it.
Scully, do your best to interpret this for me. In the law of the jungle, the strongest survives. That's not how this shit works. At the end of the day, it's whoever's left standing wins. So are you gonna lay there and die, or stand with us and fight? That's your call. I'm gonna be over here fighting. If you want to curl up and die, that's your call.
I would
like
like
to
to
say
say I did roll a persuasion.
Please.
I got a nat 20.
That was a high five, even though you don't know it.
Though I may succumb to these wounds.
It sort of shakes its scaled hide, kind of flashing this silvery blackness that is reflected by the magma around the room.
You have given me a spark to fight.
You murdered shit.
Regardless of this being mountainous and not a jungle, I shall.
And with its final words in Draconic, its body consumes the rest of the red scales on its body, and the entire being seems to fade until it is seemingly gone from view.
Wait, did you just say it faded from view?
It does. It fades from view, and it seems to somehow shrink upon itself and fold and dissipate at the same time into something that your mind can barely comprehend as a portal, as it swirls and roils and boils, letting off these very faint, very small tendrils of darkness near where the dragon was lying previously. And the pool which had been throwing at these tendrils of magma seemed to cool and to steady and to seemingly, surprisingly, given the action of the pool of magma before, it seemed to spread heat away from the tendrils into the rest of the magmic rock around it and start to melt it away. And
Pippin's
the
just
last
gonna.
of the chanting fades into echo.
Okay. Pippin's
I would like
just
to pray for its soul.
go for it.
I was just saying I would like to pray for its soul.
All right. I will accept your prayer
Pippin-
for its soul.
Pippin is gonna say out loud, well, I can't chastise a dragon and not punch in first. So Pippin's literally just gonna whip out his dagger +1 and his dagger of venom and Naruto run right into the portal.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay. So, just so you know, this portal is not a vertical surface. So, like, it isn't like a wall or a mirror or something like that you can run into. This is more at a very shallow angle from the floor.
Okay.
I
The
jump
pool,
into
it's
it like
like-
I'm gonna Naruto run and die and jump into the portal.
And die. Okay.
Make me a Constitution saving throw for both of you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say
God
right
save.
now, if you fail this, you are going to be consumed into shadow and you will die.
What is the fail?
What did you roll?
Oh.
What is the fail?
Oh no.
16.
What did you roll?
What is the fail?
15.
I failed.
Damn it.
So, Eluella,
I didn't think it was.
I'm gonna say right now, you did take damage from charging into this portal and attempting to go through it. You are
Okay.
going to take. I'm gonna double check your health because I'm very certain this is gonna put you on the brink.
Wanted to use my other die, but I don't know where the fuck it went. Pippin is officially dead.
Pippin has been not killed. Oh, consumed. Meaning, not only are your health points drained, but your body itself, your spirit itself, is consumed.
I want
Into
to.
the
I want.
void
I want to. I want to
shadow.
put this out. I just want to put this out there. I called this at 2 o'clock that I was dying today.
Why did you do this to yourself?
Why?
Who the fuck chastises a dragon and doesn't just plunge into that portal?
Eluella, you're going to take 11 points of damage. I
Okay.
understand it's not a whole lot, but you also didn't get there before the Pippin charges ahead of you towards this roiling mass of darkness and shadow and is consumed within an instant before you. And the roiling mass dissipates before your eyes, barely touching you on its explosion. And you take the 11 damage, but Pippin himself is
What's up?
completely gone.
So I can't go through the portal.
No, this portal collapses upon itself with the addition of Pippin.
Can I trade myself? Can I trade myself for Pippin? And I'll tell you why. As a dragon,
Hang
I
on.
mean, if he wants to try
Just-
and just grab me and
real
toss
quick.
me out and toss himself in instead,
I
try.
will allow you to attempt
I was literally about
a
to
prayer
delete it.
to your natural deity to trade your place with him.
okay. What do I roll?
Ready? If you would like to try and talk your way out of this, go ahead. If you'd like to roll, I need some sort of nature-related roll for your character. So for
Okay.
you, I would say that's either nature or survival, but it has to be good for this.
I'll do nature. Well, actually, let me try to talk my way out of it first. Like into the tactic first. Please save the soul of my brethren, and please let a dragon go with the dragon that has gone. For a dragon's life should not be gone in solitude and loneliness, but in at least a form of companionship.
Who is it that you worship again? Your nature deity?
Yes.
If you need to make up a name and just tell me what the general deific covering it does. Go ahead.
Okay. It's going to be Draco, and it is the worshipping of my draconic bloodline and ancestry. So it's supposed to be the god of dragons.
Hang on, I need another drink. Another sip of water. My voice is kind of dry. Companionship.
Yes, companionship. For the only people that speak the harshest truths to you are your truest companions. And while we may not have spent much time around each other, I had said probably the truest and harshest words to that dragon. And it was not out of anger.
You may. But what arrogant tyrant of the mountain requires companionship of the level you offer? These red
Some-
dragons do not ask, they do not plead, they do not require.
They did not act, nor did they. But I am asking,
Dead. They demand, they require, they
and what I am
all that they want,
and all I am
that
required
they need.
by.
And you dare to say they need a companion.
Yes, someone to make their harshest time on this earth a far better place in the afterlife, in which they are normally spent in solitude or surrounded by those who have no need to be around them. For the red dragon whom you speak of, and the red dragon whom you speak so proudly of, was not surrounded by any sort of companion, but from mindless followers who could not even help the person whom they were following.
Look to your feet, your sides, your back. How many of this dragon's followers have you slain to ask me to restore its companionship?
Those are not companions, if they do not have a mind of their own, for which they did not. Those are mere drones, no different than the automatons who have been taking the lives far longer and far greater than any of us have today. For one to be
offer of your own life to replace both this paltry flesh, this mortal, and this living draconic being. Do you think yourself worth both to me, to this?
I do not think that I alone am worth it, but I believe that the blood that runs through my veins, that is still part of the kin in which you speak of so fondly, is better suited than that of somebody who does not even share the same blood. So they would never understand the strife, the hardships, the things that had to be done in order to accomplish a world even somewhat similar to that of peace, where we can prosper.
Peace. Prosperity. You offer us.
But is not peace and prosperity, and is not the growth of our prosperity the ultimate sign of our pride, because therefore nothing can get to us, nothing can reach us, and we can have and strive for everything in which we seek, be it good, bad, or indifferent.
Born of our black brethren, to allow yourself to crave for a red and overly self to death.
Isn't that the nature of a dragon? Is self-inflated and prideful.
core of our being. I
don't see it to be the
will
choir, but I
personally
see it to be
show
the
you what is at the core of our being. Step through this portal. A golden light appears before you, shining through the ceiling, through the floor. This column of energy. And at its core, you can notice this black tendril, this
I walk into it
energy.
with my hand held high, and the same pride that I spoke of so confidently earlier.
This black tendril lashes out and grips you before you are fully engulfed in the golden circle. And you hear a voice inside your head say, "A life for two. Unequal this is. One for one I shall allow. And a lesson you shall learn." And as you are pulled by this black tentacle of energy into the golden light beyond, you hear from your deity, "I abide, but only the one for one. Your pride matching is the dragon shall remain." Peridar and Skullfist, and of course Skelly Skeleton, all watch as the body of Elruella is dragged forcefully into this golden light and is simultaneously burned from the outside and frozen to the point of disintegrating from the black tendril within. And Elruella's body is destroyed.
I'm willing to roll against that dragon for a pride roll.
Please do.
I chastise the shit out of that dragon for giving up on
dragon
life.
or the deity?
No, like that
The dragon,
deity just
okay.
assumed
While
the
you
dragon's
are within-
pride was greater than mine. Oh, fuck right off. I just chastised that fool who was ready to die.
Roll your...
Just-
Oh gosh, what would this be?
It's just a
pride
D20
roll.
versus each other.
Hang on.
Do it.
I want you to roll your D20 plus your Constitution.
Just a flat con?
Just your flat con.
Okay.
This is your will to live right now.
It's not very high. No, it's a pride thing, not a will to live. He just
He doesn't have a will to live.
So what would your will to live be? What drives you to remain alive?
I would say it's
Bite.
honestly, it would be my greed. I'm
What
inherently.
does your greed attach itself to? You just feeling it, you possessing it, what?
Are you asking?
What
Yes.
is your greed about?
What stat are you going to tie this to?
What is your greed?
Okay, I'm looking at the stat sheet.
Is your
Because
greed
I'm
the
like-
ability to take someone else's
Is it your ability
the challenge?
to hold your friends, to deter enemies? Is it to hold what you have for
Hear me out.
what is your
My deception.
Explain.
I don't understand that.
My greed goes so it links to my time as an assassin, or not an assassin, as a spy, and it was all about survival, and so my greed is not as material. It is largely linked to people.
What I'm hearing is
Pippin is a loner. He is somebody who hasn't had friends since he was like 10 years old. His closest friend from his childhood ended up framing him for the murder of a royal family. So he straight up is all about his greed to survive, his greed to control people. It's not a money thing.
It's a control thing.
and this is to be what? What is your point with this road? To be reincarnated as you were
Seconds ago.
It's more of a point to prove my pride and will to live over the dragon. The dragon said his pride was greater. The dragon's pride was greater than mine. I literally chastised that fucking dragon. Don't tell me that dragon's pride was greater than mine. My pride in myself, my pride in my ability to live. 18.
18. You appear like you
What?
feel this burning but cold, this acidic yet soothing energy burn your body away from the mortal plane as you plunge into the dark abyss. And in this shadow realm, this realm made of figures and beings covered in this dark energy, this noble yet unseen energy, you find yourself face to face with something more like that you are somewhat familiar with. And you say to it that you, not it, are more deserving of whatever fate is deserved of the pride.
Yes. If
The
pride
strong.
the proud is what decides what carries on. One who rolls over and needs a halfling to tell them to fight is not deserving to carry on if pride is what dictates life.
The dragon itself seems to just lean forward, and as it stands up on its hind legs, stretch muscles that you didn't know it really had before, as you've seen it in the mortal realm, and it stretches its forearms out to the side, and then brings its four claws back down to what you perceive as something of a crown. It says, "Pride. I did not fight. Pride. I ruled by the justice."
if you continue this path, you remain here. I know what I will do. You will be consumed by the same energy that will consume you. But you, this paltry being, you gesture towards your body, the size that it holds. You will be nothing to this realm. And so I pray, I beg, however difficult that is for me, spare that I will endure.
I choose the dragon to come out alive
But I know
for my soul.
that you, by whatever contest, by whatever whatever happens, there is one deserving to remain in the mortal plane. You, I want it.
Pippin will give just a slight nod in acknowledgement.
And with the shining of what sounds like a glass against metal, like someone who's calling for a toast, continues the most prideful
Before he says anything else, I am going to tell him. Understand. Pride is something I have in abundance. If the tug of war is of pride, I'm confident in my ability against, frankly, most anything. But that does not mean the most deserving. Do not portray this as the most deserving staying in the mortal realm. I do not believe if there's even a contest to be had between us, that I should be the one to go on. But if the opportunity presents itself,
though you did not win, you are more likely that so shall be sent back by my choice. The only thing I request and
as you should.
here I believe
How?
One life. One life.
Tell me your name.
As he says this, you look down at your arms and you see this golden light appear at your fingertips. The edges of your toes begin to grow as something moves
Okay.
slowly as it takes over the rest of your being. This reptilian begins
Shit!
to place.
Before I go, your name. Tell me your name. If one is going to beat me in pride, I would hope to know its name.
You still hope.
Oh,
Do not hope.
I demand salvation.
Damnation.
I demand salvation. I hope for your name.
You are deserved. But not what you would hope.
You know what? Never mind. Don't tell me your name. You make a great point. You make a great point.
Your mind.
Don't tell me your name.
Hey.
You are deserving. If you understand what it means. Until then, be not but shadow. By the time he finishes the sentence, the reptilian scale has grown to your hips, to your shoulders, and is beginning to take the vital parts of your life. When you are deserving of my pride, my this black scale that has started at your fingertips, guided by this golden light, continues across your chest until you realize that whatever body it is that you are being replaced by, it's not yours at all. This is someone else. This is something you might have seen before, and as it stretches, grows, and consumes your mind, your face, your eyes, at the last moment you understand. Looking through the eyes of someone you know.
Someone hot.
You will never see again. Your eyes snap open after the realization, and you are standing not where you ran to, where the portal was, not where Eluella was a moment too late to be pushed through the portal. You're standing beyond, on a throne built for a dragon that a dragon has never occupied. And you feel this dark, hot, shadowy weight upon your shoulders that seems to eat away at your very flesh without doing you harm. This is the pride of a true dragon. You might be close, but you are not close enough to deserve this. Everyone else, you see Eluella plunge into this golden light and be consumed by this black tendril from within and this golden light from without. And as soon as Eluella's final existence is snuffed out, Pippin appears, whole, seemingly unharmed, on a throne in the back of the room that was unoccupied. There was nothing that dared come close to it.
Real quick, can I add
There
a
is,
flavor?
there is a new burning energy in Pippin's eyes. Eluella, your final thoughts.
I tell Pippin that he was too beautiful to die. As I disappear, and then I proceed to tell the dragon that I told him we would be equal, and that we would protect each other. And that was a promise that I would hold true. But for now, let us enjoy these fields and soar through the sky and enjoy a life that could have never been ours in a living world. For the true, for the true bane, the true pride, everything that is of a dragon is not for when it comes to time to live, but for when we are dead, and for when we are able to be in what is our peace. For a dragon knows no peace until they are no longer in the realm of the living.
I shall you are the final words that echo through your mind as you are consumed by both your deity and the shadow of the dragon. And your final thoughts echo, your final words echo through his mind as he looks up from his hands where he is remade upon the throne. As he looks up to see everyone else, and the final whisks the golden light and Dracula.
Look at that, Pippin, you didn't die.
Honestly, I feel like you did that just to spite what I said, but I fucking respect the shit out of it. I have to ask. Did I lose that roll? Did I lose that roll? Because it felt like I lost that roll. And you just said,
lost
fuck it.
that roll
Okay.
naturally.
Okay,
That
I
was-
thought I did.
That was your 18 total versus a 19 natural. I honestly wanted to make it challenging, but I
Well,
rolled
and-
and I was like, if he can beat this, I will let him have it. And then you rolled one short, and I said to myself, I have to make this an epic moment because this is so close.
Well, and
It's
it,
still a failure.
yeah, it was that moment for me where it was like, honestly, like, I was really debating, like, I said it was greed, but it was the kind of greed, like, most of the time it's material, and so that's why I was like, I can do sleight of hand, but that doesn't feel like Pippin, especially when sleight of hand is a modifier of an 11, which would have easily won that. And so I was like, I could do that, but that doesn't feel right, and so I took a lower modifier because it felt better for the character.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm so glad that you picked something that felt right instead of something that would have done.
Yeah, same.
Because it made for such a better moment.
Yes.
And yes, I did do it partially out of spite.
Of course you did. Pippin,
I respect that.
you are once again alive in the material plane with the majority of your fellow companions. That's what I'm going to do now, with the exception of Elvira.
Is Pippin still kind of got reptilian arms and legs and all that?
That entire part of the scene, him being replaced
By Eliwala.
by Elvira.
Ah,
So no,
No, it was such
damn.
a good moment. Can I drop kick Pippin now?
Strength check, please.
Nat 20.
Pippin?
Pippin's too, like, busy, like, looking at his hands and kind of just looking at the throne, and all of a sudden just gets drop kicked in the chest. It's not paying enough of attention.
What are you drop kicking him into?
The back
The
of the
wall.
throne. The back of the throne.
No, you know what's been really funny?
Paradox,
The portal in the center of the room.
Strike is a D4 plus 4. So that's 8 already. Please roll me a D4 to add on top of that, because it was a natural 20. Unless you want to, like, take a little bit off of this. Here's a 1. Okay. Pippin, that
Yeah,
is
9
1
damage.
as you are drop kicked into a wall because this particular throne has no back to it. Like no upright back.
Understood.
It would have been funny if he accidentally fell back in the portal.
The portal's gone.
The portal has fizzled and dissipated before Eluella began to crack.
Oh.
Was there anything in the portal?
So Pippin, it looks like you get a second chance at the cost of Eluella.
Yeah, but he got what he deserves right now after I drop kicked him, so.
For being stupid and jumping into a portal head first? I'm glad I didn't fucking follow it. That wasn't even a consideration, honestly.
I would have died instantly. I would be forced to play as a skeleton for the rest of the game.
Rowan,
Yes.
do you think we've solved the problem?
I do not know, but perhaps this seems to be the source of whatever was manipulating the magma. Perhaps it was the source of the problem. Above has the
Hey Scully,
Yeah.
can you check to see if there's any magic seals or something like that that's lying around here still?
I can most definitely try. I'll roll my arcane.
As you have the strongest check on that out of us. You would be most familiar with it, probably.
Oh goddamn! I did too many deep voices tonight.
DM, I'm gonna roll arcane. Amazing. I got a 13.
It doesn't have the gravitas you're talking about.
Yep.
It's not good for you, man.
Sometimes from the outside.
Anthony, how's that roll going?
1-3.
13.
Okay. So something that you do notice is that all magic having to do with the tendrils of magma that came out of the pool have dissipated. And there is magic still in the air, but there's none having to do with the magma itself, as the heat seems to swell from the pool and start to melt the rock on the edge slowly. And the pool expands outward.
Hey guys, we should get out of here.
Okay.
Before
I
this
actually agree with you.
room fills, because that's starting to get full. And by
Get the
full,
fuck
I
outta
mean big.
Pippin's gonna take a quick glance around to see if there's anything he should grab. Before he leaves, like specifically in the range of the throne. Like anything that seems to stick out to him that he should grab.
You
Before
should grab all of my dwarven tools.
I'm pretty sure everything on your body disintegrated.
that you were holding and carrying was consumed with you, and as such was transferred and transported along with your body into the shadowy realm where you and the Red Dragon currently occupy.
I would like to start making armor for the Red Dragon to imbue with magical art, like magical things.
Alright, I will allow this, but I want you to know that from now onward, you will not have control over this character.
That's fine.
I will allow your character to begin the creation of such armor.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put
From
this out there.
point onward, the realm that you are currently occupying is going to begin consumption and corruption of not only your soul and your body, but also the dragons.
I'm gonna just put it out there until Kyle actively tells you to. Don't delete the character.
As we almost
Okay.
lost Pippin character sheet, and he almost had to rebuild. Pippin.
Yeah, I literally had delete character and was about to click when you sacrificed yourself.
So, but that's not actually why. And so I'm just putting it out there until DM says you have to delete the character because the story says it's gone. I'm just putting it out there.
Until I say that your character is gone beyond the shadow of any doubt, including the revivified, the wish spell, whatever, your character's sheet will persist.
Okay.
But I will need you to utilize the spare character that I have built.
I already have them. Okay.
Because I don't have a good way to roll your character into the whole situation that's happening at the moment.
Right.
Absolutely, that's fine.
So I know I'm gonna be making breakneck speed to get the fuck out of here.
Again, Pippin's gonna look to see if there's anything that feels like that's of significance that he should grab, and then do the same.
Roll a perception check.
Perception, not investigation.
Yeah. Perception.
14 modified.
Okay, so there is nothing obvious in this chamber. However, you do notice that along more than one wall there are flecks of what could potentially be either gold or silver, or specifically, that might be worth taking. But there's no actual, treasure trove, there's no pile of gold, there's nothing like that, as would be normal for a dragon to sleep on. This is an empty chamber.
So it's the pillars have gold and silver on them?
The pillars and
Embedded
walls
in.
have gold and silver, but the center of the room is beginning to grow with magma.
Where's this place is filling?
Yep.
Fuck out of here, man.
I do cast dancing lights to follow the party so that those without dark vision can see.
Right. Quick question. How big are the pillars?
The pillars are fairly hefty. They are a good 7 to 10 feet, depending on which pillar across. Not to mention how large they are around, because these are stalactites, stalagmites that have fused together over time and become just this central pillar up to the ceiling.
Okay. Pippin's gonna bite his bottom lip so hard it draws blood, adjust the rope on his shoulder, and use his action and bonus action to dash, and he's just fucking booking it.
Yeah, we're all dashing.
My bonus action gives me an extra 25 feet, so I'm moving 75 feet per round. The equivalent of. And so it's a full-on.
Okay.
Can the skeleton move very fast?
You can use an action to dash.
Yes, but what's the walking speed of the skeleton?
5 to 30.
Enough, probably.
Just wondering if it's keeping up with us, or if Anthony's losing his skeleton.
It should have it has dash.
It has speed of 30 feet.
Yeah, so it should keep up with Scully.
That's good to hear.
Gully is the slowest out of us.
It's up. Minotaur?
Incorrect. Pippin is
Yes,
the
sir.
slowest at 25 feet.
But he's
Yep.
got 2 dashes a turn.
Right.
Or you only let him do 1 dash.
has taken his mace and clubbed basically one of the pillars to collect some of the obsidian that it is made from, and by proxy a teeny tiny bit of the gold that was embedded in it. cupped it into a bag, and began running through the field. You know, since Pippin is obsessed with gold.
Pippin's gonna bite the other side of his bottom lip, and now it looks like he drank blood, and blood is dripping from his canines and running down his face, but it's actually just running out of his bottom lip on both sides, because he's fucking emotional, we'll say right now.
Alright, I am going to need athletics checks from everybody that is running.
Would you accept an acrobatics?
I will not.
Okay.
This is specifically athletics to muscularly push yourself away from the danger.
I got a nat 20.
17.
Modified 10.
Oh god.
If you die again,
If I die again.
Well, it's not running fast. It's just I want to get out of here prior to that.
So
At least it's not running fast yet, and I'm not chancing shit.
I'll say this. The magma is not spreading all that fast, but it is spreading at a consistent rate from center.
So it
which
is.
just makes it seem faster at the edges. But everyone who got over a 10, which is
It's everyone.
10 or higher, you mean?
Exactly.
Because you said over
The
10
DC
just
was
there.
10.
Okay.
Yeah. The DC was 10, so 10 or higher made it out of the room without being, running on actual magma. From there on, you guys are able to make your way out of the caves, considering that you have Roan with you. And Roan, being a Minotaur and his ancestry being used to things like caves and labyrinths, is able to memorize any cave system that he's in. So he is
I know the
able
way
to
back
Can I
up.
throw a door?
out turn for turn.
Put it on the
Am
same.
I still a
Yeah.
dwarf?
I mean,
Pippin,
No,
Pippin, due
it-
to his time as a spy, is also good with memorizing routes. It's
Yeah.
it's like actual, just like so. Pippin could do the same shit, and so he and I are just at the front, just leading the charge on which way we go. It's other shit, intelligence and wisdom-wise that Pippin really lacks.
See, the difference between your knowledge and Roan's knowledge, which doesn't really come up, is that Roan understands that at the one chamber with the first fire giant, there was the chamber to the right, and he understands what is through there.
Yeah,
You don't.
precisely.
So you understand like the rest of the way out.
Right. I've
Um,
memorized routes. He went through that one. I didn't, and he understands it.
He's memorized where he's
So
Alright. And you guys are able to, while not sprinting the whole way, because that would be insane. to
that would
sprint
be
that
giving
much
us
distance.
levels of exhaustion at that point.
That would be insane.
that would be a bunch of
That
con
kind of-
saves for the rest of it.
Absolutely.
Taking our time to be ahead of the magma, but not kill ourselves.
Yes. But you guys are able to
I mean, marathon runners
somewhat
kind of do that.
speedily make your way out of the way of the magma before it starts pouring through the channel behind you, as almost the entire cave, which includes the Modrons that were still able to move, So the molten metal from those just roils up and just pours out over the forging disc before you. And then the center starts to warm up and glow and then bubbles, and then it just spreads out to the sides, and then the entire central magma pool of the forge is first orange, then yellow, then white hot intensity, and it seems that you have brought life, true life, back to the forges of Firefall. And we are going to call it there.